Hey, good morning everyone. Wednesday morning, the 16th of September 2020. This morning's devotional is a reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, reading verses 13 and 14, which read, "When Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them and healed their sick." This morning's devotional theme is compassion on the job, and it's another one out of my files. Eileen calculates payroll for an accounting firm, and while this may sound like a straightforward job, there are times when employers submit their information later than requested. Eileen often makes up for this by working long hours so employees can receive their money without delay. She does this out of consideration for the families that depend on those funds to buy groceries, medicine, and to pay for housing. Eileen's compassionate approach to her job points us to Jesus. On earth, he sometimes ministered to people when it was inconvenient for him. For instance, Christ wanted some alone time after he heard that John the Baptist had been killed, so he boarded a boat in search of an isolated place. Perhaps he needed to grieve for his relative and pray through his sorrow. There was just one problem, however. Crowds of people tagged along behind him. This group had various physical needs. It would have been much easier to send the people away. But when Jesus landed and saw them, he had compassion on them and healed their sick. Although it was part of Jesus' calling to teach people and to cure their diseases as he ministered on earth, his empathy affected the way in which he carried out his responsibilities. May God help us to recognize his compassion in our lives and give us the strength to pass it on to others. My dear friends, here's a question for you. Have you experienced God's compassion and care? Well, if we have, let us not hold on to it for ourselves. Rather, let us be compassionate and caring to those around us. Remember, we don't know what's happening in their lives. And when they come to you, you may be their only beacon of light. With those few short words, my prayer is that may the Lord be with you. May he bless you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.